What's going on, man? Cup Live. Your boy done ran behind on schedule, man, trying to get my boy to the golf tournament. He out there hitting the ball everywhere, man. We done came home a little later than what I expected. I apologize for the lateness, but guess what? We here. We're gonna make it happen. We're back at the crib and we got a special guest tonight, man. Another legend in this sport. Harley dude. Real bad boy on them motorcycles, man. A lot of y'all know him by Hammerville. But I'm gonna get my man Pinky on. Let him see. I know Pinky been chopping it up with him while I've been late getting back over to this phone, man. What you know about my man? Talk to me.
Hey man, my man ready to tell you what's going on, man, this year with that class. He finna let you know what it is, You got a real player
Yeah,
on
I
tonight.
can't wait to hear it too.
Yeah, we
I
got a
can't
real
wait to
player
hear
on
from
tonight.
my man too. We
We
got a
got a
good one right here,
real
man.
player, man.
Oh man, come on, man. Talk to me,
Man,
man.
you wait till you hear him talk, man. He real player, man. You gotta get him on.
Okay. Well, let me go pay a few bills, man, so I keep my job. And we'll be right back. Talk to my man Hammer right quick. And my man Big Boss in Asheville, Tennessee up there again. All
Yes,
right.
sir, yes, sir.
All right.
Gentlemen,
There he is, man. I told y'all I
yeah,
had a
what's
legend on hand. I'm gonna call
man,
my
what's
GOAT
going
today
on
one
with
time.
my
We got my
partners,
man Rich in the
man?
building, Hammerville, man. What's going on, big
Yeah.
dog?
Oh man, I'm just sitting around marinating like a big old pickle pig feet, trying to get ready for the season, man. I'm trying to figure out what we need to bring to the table to make it all possible and make it all live.
Man, we need to bring some action, man. They want some action this year, baby. That's what they want. They want action, all the way action. That's what they say they want. Say we're glad to
What I
have them hogs down there and everything. Introduce yourself to the fans, man, so they'll get to know who we talking to over here. Let them know a little bit about you
okay,
and
so
yourself.
ain't no problem with that. So I'm gonna give you my government name, Reginald Elliott, better known as Hammerville, aka the burglar. And I got that burglar name from stealing that tree and cutting it down. You heard me? Double O nine or better. Yeah,
Double O
you
nine
heard
or
me?
better, man. What? I
Double O
heard you,
nine or
dog.
better, man. Okay, so now we're gonna go on back into a little bit of history. By the way, Pinky, I want to appreciate you, my dude, for taking a few moments and just kind of chopping it up with a real guy one time and kind of getting me figured out and figure out what we trying to go with it.
Man, I enjoy talking to a real player, man. Come on now, we could
Yeah,
have talked all night, just you and me. You know that.
that's what I'm talking about. We ain't got all night. We ain't got that kind of time right now. Maybe
I,
later for
I
you.
know it. I know it. I know it.
Yeah.
Hollywood got some
Okay,
answers, got some questions for you.
man. I'm willing to answer whatever you brothers bring to the table, man. What y'all need to
Well,
know?
check this out. What I want to know is how did you get started in this game? How long you been racing? And I know everybody, you ended up. I know you're a bad man on the halls, man. But you gotta tell us a little bit about your racing history, though. You gotta let us know where this thing all kicked off at for you and where you from originally.
Man, I'm from Los Angeles, California, and my race career started in mid '91. Sportsman racing, top gas. Got some championships and some trophies, and I mean a slew of them. I got more plaques than I got motorcycles around here. Got a couple
Where,
Wallies in my life. Yes,
where you get these wallets? So wait, hold on now. You said you got some wallets now. That's
yeah,
what I see. A lot of people be chasing them wallets now. Come on now.
man, for
You're the
for
first person
years
I
and years.
talked to said they has a wallets.
Okay, so dig this, right? I got my first Wally at a young age. I was 27. Mm,
Oh man, come on.
division racing. Come on now, Division 7, man. I'm from LA, man. Home track. Yeah, Palmdale, California. Had the privilege of growing up with some of the great names, like for example, Tommy Bowden, Karen and Gary Stouffer, Steve Johnson, Fred Camarena, the Pine family, Roy Sears and them boys. Y'all see them Sears boys, they still be racing the circuit and on them 460 bikes and them nitrous bikes and doing that kind of stuff. So I'm sure if y'all do a little homework, y'all gonna figure out exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, we know Mr.
Now,
Sears out the HHOT out of Texas. The heavy
see what I'm
hitters of
trying to tell
Texas.
you?
That's what the heavy hitters of Texas.
Yeah,
That's right.
okay.
Yeah, I know. We
So,
know about Mr. Sears, them. The 450
yeah,
boys.
so
That's right.
man, so listen, man, his sons, them boys was kids when we was racing. They was
Wow.
kids. Yeah, man. So I go way back, man, having fun in this game, man, and still having big fun at it.
So let me ask you a question. So I know you ain't started off in no off on Harley Davidsons, right?
I did
So
not. I did not.
when did you transfer to start being a genuine? Just I mean, like you're a real a hardcore Harley racer, right? Bag of racer right now. You know, when
Right.
did that transpire for you?
So just let me give you a little history on that. So me and Tommy Bolton, we grew up together. He grew up about 3.5, 4 blocks from me. Back when I was fresh out of high school, uh, he was pro stock racing, and I was a part of that team. So if you can follow the history back to that and find some of them old photos, you'll see me standing in the middle. Uh, Not long after that kind of went away, and we did all the exhibition stuff for NHRA. Um, I started riding myself. Tom built my first Top Gas bike. And then the second year, I got sponsored by Track Dynamics, Dave Earl, and
Dave Earl.
yes, I actually got. Let me see, my memory getting a little bad. Can't think of his name right now.
Take
Anyway,
your time.
uh, this guy got a full sponsorship. He turned his pro stock chassis back into Dave. His sponsors built him a brand new pro stock chassis, and Dave Earl sponsored me that following year with that turn in chassis, which was a pro stock chassis. And I took that pro stock chassis and I raced Top Gas for a long time. And I
Mm-hmm.
was the double O nine or better man, and I was and Top Gas, huh? Yeah, I was the
You was
920,
the
depending
burglar.
on what I was the burglar. You have to say it right if you're gonna say it. It ain't the burglar, it's the burglar.
The
Yeah,
burglar. You hear him though, Picky. He talking that jive. He like that. Picky love that
I
though, man.
told
He
you.
loving that.
I told you get
He
ready
yeah,
love it.
for
You
it.
got you right down his alley right there. I'm talking about boy, you got him right right there. You
Yeah,
yeah,
edge of
get
his
ready
seat, baby.
for it.
I'm telling you.
I'm telling
yeah,
you, we
Yes,
got
yes.
special
man.
guests
So,
tonight.
we gonna go pay a little break right quick, and I want to come back because I got some updated questions about how coming over to the Manufacturers Cup, how that impacts what you all been doing throughout y'all season. But we're gonna go pay a few bills right quick, and we're gonna get right back to the burglar.
My man.
That's it. That's it.
Yes, sir. All right, all right, all right. I got my man right back here, Hammerville. Look here,
Yes,
Hammerville. I
sir.
want to first of all, before we get too far ahead of ourselves, man, I want to throw a special shout out to your man Dwayne G, G
As you
Force
should.
Motorsports. He the one put this thing together for you and I to get together. He would have been here with us. Would have had another person within your series that actually put a lot of this financial piece together for the pro baggers. If a lot of y'all don't know, Dwayne went in himself. He got some sponsors. Art Art. I'm sorry, I'm coming off the top of my head right now, but I'm gonna give a lot of love to these sponsors this year. And like I said, Dwayne made all of that happen. I have, like I said, I ran in this house, man. I wanted to have all my notes in front of me, but I had to jump straight in front of this camera. But at any rate, we got all those sponsors listed, and I got to tell him a special thank you for making it happen. And
Yes,
Art Fire Protection, G Force Racing, V Twin Power Sports.
yes,
He also had Street Kings on there. So all of those companies, man, we really appreciate y'all contribution in trying to get out here and help not only support the Manufacturers Cup, but with the Manufacturers Cup, want to reciprocate that love to y'all by having you a platform to be able to do what y'all love to do, and which all of us love to do with that, which is drag racing. And
that's
so
right.
when we got you on here, and now we got this new season coming up with the Man Cup, trying to have us more structure with some points championships. How do you look? How would you like that to look for the pro baggers? Like what would that look like? And if you said, man, that thing was showing up right, what would that look like to you?
So the hard part to me is already done because you've allowed us to have the platform that we need to be able to perform and show what we do.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, let's not misconstrue this Harley game under any circumstances. So just let me say this. It's some extremely fast Harleys around the country here. The name of the game is to have the ability to be able to get the fast Harleys from the east and the northeast and the west and the south and find and figure out a way, put something together where the average guy that's a top dog don't mind traveling to be a part of what we got going on. And I think this is what it is.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
And I know that when we're working on these rules, the rule packages and so forth, you all as a committee, you all sent us the rules, and we pretty much just put in place what you felt that was necessary in order to give pretty much a level
Yes.
playing field to give more people opportunity to get involved. But we did get a little feedback. They did say we was holding out some of the fastest hogs and all that. What's your take on that right there?
So I won't say that we held back the fastest hogs. I just think that in order for us to make it a level playing field, then we have to
Mhm.
make it fair for the majority, not the minority, if that makes sense to
All
you.
right. That makes a lot of
Yeah,
sense to me. And
yeah,
so you can say you got a new bill coming up yourself. Would you like to
I do.
elaborate on what that looks like?
Well, it's definitely going to be a one-off piece. I'm not really focused on eliminating a lot of weight off this project. I'm more focused on making sure the chassis works for me. Like I'm using my drag bike experience and what
Hmm.
I've learned about the Harley game is because of the weight factor, the chassis have a tendency to flex in places that most people don't pay attention to. So that's my primary focus in 23. I got some new innovative stuff kind of going on. A lot of people are going to the monoshock kind of deal, like a sports bike. For whatever
Hmm.
reason, I just don't choose to take that avenue. I want to stay to the dual shock because I honestly think that with the latest technology and lasers kind of stuff and making sure that chassis don't flex in the wrong places, that we can make a dual stock setup go just as fast as a mono shock. So that's my goal for this year. I want to see if I can build something that'll go just as fast as a mono shock deal, and 60 foot even better.
Wow, wow, wow. So it's with the 60 foot. And I know that earlier we had our man Eric Hostetler from MTC Engineering, and he said that he had some
Right.
really new clutch apparatuses that were going to be coming out, air activated and so forth. Was any of that technology play a part in some of the things that you're doing with your new bike, the new clutch combination, play a part with that situation?
So I've had
Or is that,
a
or we
numerous
still talking about quiet? Or we still talking about some secret stuff right
no,
now?
no. We can
Okay.
have that conversation because I had a conversation with those guys, and to be perfectly honest with you, my first thought was to do something in a slider.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, the Harley game don't have the advantages that the sport bike game has. So there isn't a slider that's available for a Harley. For me, that's perfect. If I could get a slider, now don't get it wrong now, and from coming from the pro stock game, my clutch game is superb. It's in order, so I can
Right.
take a Gen 2 and make it do what it do, and I can take a regular multi-stage and make it do what it do. So The clutch game, it plays a part, but for me and what I'm trying to get accomplished, I'm not trying to be necessarily consistent every time without taking a chance. I'm trying to be fast every time. So
Okay, I
you
got you.
might
I got
see me knock, yeah, you might see me knock the tire off sometime where the average guy won't never knock the tire off. Yeah, I'm
you.
trying to
Is this
be
a
all I
nitrous
could
or
be.
turbo? Nitrous or
Turbo bike,
turbo horsepower? Turbo bike.
turbo, yes,
Okay. So I
yeah,
was down there at South Georgia and I saw some of the turbos. I think they were running the low eights
that's
turbos.
right,
Is that right?
that's right, that is
Yeah,
correct.
yeah. So has any one of those bikes clipped the 7-second range yet?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And unfortunately, those are the guys that feel like that we're neglecting them, unfortunately. But they're on a different playing field. So without going into all the details, you know, it's rules to the game. So we race Harleys, you know what I mean? And we trying to keep it just that.
Okay, I got you. I got you. So and you've been on these Harleys now, you said at least about 15, 20 years now.
Yeah, so I moved. Yeah, at least, no doubt. So, yeah,
Yeah.
I was seriously racing Harleys in Cali before I moved here in 2013.
So what can you tell the fans, man, about what they can expect to see when they see y'all guys come on down to this Manufacturers Cup live, man? I mean, I can't wait. I tell you, I can't wait. I was super excited to see you all make it down to the World Cup finals, personally. But to see the performance, I was extremely surprised at the stock appearing motorcycle. Obviously, a little bit swing arm on it, but I was surprised
Right.
with the ET. I'd be straight honest with you.
Okay, well, good. I'm glad, and most people are. So, what you guys can really expect is a really close knit group of guys that enjoy the sport on a Harley level, just like you guys enjoy it on your level. So, there's really no difference. You
Hmm.
dig? So I'm from the sports bike game, just like, and I admire, watching and seeing you guys do what you do because that's really my background. Now
Right, right.
I have strived to try to make the Harley game just the same. You know, Unfortunately, we got prima donnas in everything that we do, in every sport that we participate in. So
Hmm.
unfortunately, what my goal is to make it fair for the next guy. It ain't got to always be a money game. If we can get 25 guys to participate in our organization and unfortunately we lose two guys, then that's a plus for me. Maybe those two guys will come over and play the way we play, if that makes sense to you.
And all of you
So
all
that's what
events
it's
are
at.
always quarter mile, right?
We do some eighth mile events. There's a big eighth mile event that's coming up in Carolina. I think he called it Cash Days, and that should be a pretty large, super large event. But it's eighth mile.
Okay, so y'all do run the eighth mile. That's pretty good to know that as
Yes.
well. Vernon, we're gonna go pay a couple more bills, man. We're gonna come back and get the rest of the scoop on my man Hammerville over here, and then get these man cup folks into these stage, man. But we'll be right back.
If you're a fan of racing, then you'll love the Man Cup Motorcycle Drag Racing Series. These guys are going full speed ahead at 150 plus miles per hour on two wheels, and it's absolutely amazing to watch. If you're ever looking for an adrenaline rush, then you don't want to miss this. The first race starts April 14th through the 16th in Adel, Georgia at the South Georgia Motorsports Park. Get your tickets now at racemancup.com. See you there.
All right, all right, all right. Well, look, man, Cup Live. I need y'all to go out there and get those tickets so y'all can come down here and see these bad Harleys, these bad sport bikes. We're gonna be live at the Spring Fling MTC Engineering Spring Fling gonna be taking place at South Georgia Motorsport Park, April the 14th through the 16th. Make sure you go get your tickets, man. No, don't be waiting to the
Hmm.
last minute. Go on online, man, and get them tickets. That way we can go ahead. Cause I might throw some. I've been thinking me and Pinkett been talking about putting some more skin on that 460 thing because we didn't get to finish what we started last year. We had a 10,000 to win, man, and the weather and the oil downs, they kind of affected that. But so we've been thinking about trying to get that bread back up. But I really want to see how much interest we have. If you need to go online, go to our website, hit the link, Go down there, pick up your bike, whichever you're gonna do. Do your online tech card. That way, when you get there, man, we can give you your tech card. You can go down there and get your bike teched in for the race. You ain't got to do no more tech cards for the season when you do it like that. But I want
Oh
y'all to go
wow.
ahead and take care of that, so that when you get there, you can get right to your parking space. We got some vendor spaces available. Very few of them. People been buying them now, so y'all make sure y'all go out there and get that. But look here, Hammer. Back to you, baby boy. When you gonna be ready? Now, hold on, let me tell you. Here goes these sponsors I want to show y'all. Y'all see all these people? This the people we want to say thank you to right here. Y'all go on our website, any one of our flyers, and each one of these people right here done broke bread with the manufacturer's cup, telling us to keep doing what we doing. The racetracks gave us an okay to tell us to keep coming, and we trying to bring these folks a show, Hammer. What you talking about, man?
Hey man, but I tell you what, the Harley game gonna bring y'all a show, man. That's all I can tell you. And I like the way it's set up right now. Maybe later on you can move into something maybe a little bit more subtle. But right now it's run. It's pretty much run what you brung and be all you can be.
Have y'all ever thought about making an index class out of some of that though? For real, like like 460 kind of did. It kind of made a good happy medium for a pro mod, fast top, sport top gas bike, and we just kind of made something that met in the middle. And man, we getting 40, 50 bikes sometimes, and it's ultra competitive. I mean, I really didn't think I would even like to run 460 with no breakout, but I mean, I'm about that competition, and it seems like you about the same time with that 009 or
Absolutely.
better, baby.
Yes, sir. I tell you what, I can honestly say that it has definitely been a thought. Has have I seen that come to fruition? No. We've did some similar stuff where we've tried to break things down based on motor size and power adders and so on and so forth. But just to make it a straight out index class, no, I don't. I don't think I've seen that yet. Would that be a great idea? I think so, because you would be able to bridge the gap between some guys, and it really don't matter if you're a tuner, if you're a little faster, and the next guy's, maybe just a little slower. Then it becomes a tuning game. So of course, that's a beautiful idea.
I mean, yeah, y'all maybe something to consider. I don't know what the eighth of mile or the quarter mile ETs would be for that, but when I was down there, it seems like if you can get a 8 flat or 18, 810 or 820 index on those Harleys,
Vicious.
that ain't slow at all.
Yeah, that's a nice class.
That
Yes, I
820
agree
sound
with
like
you.
a real hard. That's a fast class in a quarter mile. Now I don't care what nobody. What's that like in a 560 or 528 528 a
top
mile or something
gas.
like that?
Hmm. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Well,
some of them
I
probably run a little quicker than that, huh?
that's the problem. So, but again, not a bad idea at all because then you're able to kind of separate, and bring everybody to a happy medium. Then it becomes a tuning game. You got to slow that fast thing down a little bit and maybe tweak that and get your clutch right to speed that little slower thing up a little bit. So, yeah, not a bad idea. I love it.
Well, man, look here. I know one thing for sure is I cannot wait to see y'all down there. Dwayne said he was going to test some bike. I hope that y'all can get at least a good showing of Harley bikes down there. And, because there are a lot of fans that are real diehard Harley Davidson riders, fans, and so forth that just want to see the Harleys as well as the metric bikes. But then to have all of them under one roof, man, I think that we'd have a little bit of everything for everybody. And I'm really
Yes.
excited about it. And if there's anything that you could do to help promote motorcycle drag racing as a whole, what do you think that we as a group of motorcycle racers need to do to kind of help push our envelope a little bit further towards the future?
Well, I was having a conversation with your man Pinky a little before you got on, and I told him that my primary focus is keeping a good eye out for the next generation of riders. So I keep a real good eye out for looking for new talent and guys that can fill the gap. You know what I mean? After it's no, I stopped cutting them '09 lights and started cutting them 340. So it's somebody else's turn, and I'm grown enough to tell you I know how to get out of the way. So I think
Right.
that as long as you keep it family oriented, you know what I mean? Nothing but fun. It can only go forward. It can only stay positive.
Mm-hmm. And if you were to
But
make any change, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. So I can't say that I would make a change. I would say that I would prefer for it to just stay family oriented. Find something for the kids to do. Find something for the wives to do while we doing what we do. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
If we can figure
Right.
out a way to bring the whole family to the racetrack and everybody has a great time instead of just watching dad do what he do, then we own to something.
Man, I think when you get that cooking involved and them toys and them bouncy houses and
See you
all that
there.
stuff
I
going
love it.
on, you
I
know,
love it.
when people love to hang out. That's the whole thing I've been saying about the whole direction I think that we should be focusing on now is that
Hmm.
if we focus on culture, focus on outdooring event where, like you said, the families getting together, they grilling, they listening to music. You know, you got maybe some
Yes.
arts and crafts over here for mama. You know, you got the bouncy house over here for the children, for the big kids. You might have some gaming center
Yes.
that they can have a little opportunity to go out and do their thing on. Then, yeah, you have a big venue that's built around culture over performance. And I've been saying that for a while is that performance is fleeting to me. I mean, you can only do so much performance and keep people's attention with the performance.
Yes.
But when you have the opportunity to dig into the culture aspect of the family part of what we're doing and have people excited about meeting their girlfriend that they just met
How
two
about that?
races ago.
Yes.
Yeah, now they have met a whole new. That's a whole new family on the road that you can't wait to take that. Man, me and Pinky done travel pretty much everywhere, man. Listen, when we go up there to XDA, we can't wait to get a hold of Boo Brown because his mama got some fire chocolate cake and lemon cake. But I mean,
She do.
but
Yes, she
I mean,
do.
hey, the trip up there might be worth the trip up there for the cake might be worth it by
That's
itself.
right.
But we met so many
Gotcha.
good people that we compete against hardcore on that racetrack. But man, look here when the lights go off and everything chill out, man. You
That's
we
right. It's
met
all
some of the
family.
best. We met some of the best people, man, we've ever met. You know, all family, man. XDA guys, some of
Beautiful.
our own man up guys we don't that we compete with week in, week out. But at the end of the day, I think that you absolutely hit the nail on the head when you say that we got to have that family, man. We got to have
Yes.
that bigger picture. You know, performance is performance, racing is racing. But when you can really go over there and let the women get together and do their thing and have fun and
Yes.
make them a part of it. What I realize is that they don't mind being a part of what we got going on. We just got to find something for them to constructive to do.
How about that? How about that? Yeah. You hit
They
that
might
nail
want to be
right
the
on the
face.
head.
Yeah, they need something to do,
Yeah.
man. They don't want to, like you said, they don't want to just sit around there looking at you twirling their thumb. How good I do, mad because we. So I get it, man. I 100% feel you on that one, man. But
Yes.
hey, Hammer, man, it's been a blessing to get a chance to talk to you guys. And like I said, I apologize for being late. My son had a golf tournament today, and man, it was a big course, and they walking, so put me a little bit behind schedule. But at any rate, we made it. We done made it happen. A lot of people done got to meet you. Hey,
Yeah.
you the first person I know out in the sportsman out on the West Coast done got two wallets in some sportsman racing, man. So you had to be a bad boy. I know you the
What?
burglar. You say you the
Yeah,
burglar.
the burglar. Yes, sir.
The
So dig
burglar.
this right quick, right? Let me say this, Pinky. It was really a treat, man. And it's always a treat when some real players meet. You feel me?
That's
So
right.
I want
That's
to give a
right.
big shout out to Dwayne G and my teammates, Dirty Wade and all them dudes, man. And we looking forward to hanging out with you cats, man, making some new things happen, man.
That's right.
Man, we
That's right.
love it, man. And Man Cup Live, we appreciate y'all once again for tuning in. And next week we'll have us another beautiful guest on here. Y'all get to know another one of our superstars. I appreciate y'all for hanging on, waiting for us to get there. I love y'all, and I see y'all at the racetrack. Don't forget, April 14th through the 16th, Man Cup, MTC Spring Fling, South Georgia Motorsport Park. And when we finish there, we're gonna be taking it right on up to the Rumble at the
To the
Rockets,
rock.
Rockingham, North
To the
Carolina.
rock.
May
That's
19th
right.
through the 21st. It's going down. So make sure you be in that house. Ain't nothing like that racing at that track, baby. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.
Yeah.
Out.